Hi, my name is David, and I'm going to walk you through how I solved the CSWP practice problem 11.9. Now, full disclosure, my volume wasn't exactly the same as the answer key's volume, but it's definitely within less than 1%. So I feel like it's worth it to make this video and share it with you guys. And if you notice any mistakes, please let me know and I'll rework the video. Or if you got the correct answer, or the answer key's answer, I should say, then please let me know as well. So let's get started with the hint. So the hint says to complete the model based on the start file. Included with the CSWP practice problems is this starting SolidWorks file, and it gets you part of the way there, no pun intended. So we're going to continue on by first making these holes. So this big hole and this big hole and this little bridge we're going to fill in again later. We're going to replace that because it has a different depth than this connector here. Okay, so we'll start in the front plane. And we will grab all of this sketch and convert entities and make sure that's for construction. And then we'll grab these lines here, 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 oops, here and here, and use offset entities with 8. And then just trim away what we don't need here. So it's going to be these, and these. Okay. So then we can fill in these arcs again by using a center point arc. So we'll go here. Oops, I went the wrong direction. Go the right way. There we go. Okay. And we'll use center point arc here. Okay. And then one here. All right. So this is one big region, but we want to not include this connector. So we want to go ahead and draw this connector. The way I'll do it is draw a center line from here out to here. Then some lines that are going from here. Actually, let's draw them from this line here. Okay. So we're going to go from here down to the circle, and then from here down to the circle, trying not to set up any unwanted relations. We'll manually put these relations in. So basically we want these lines to be parallel and symmetric so that we can set the distance between them to be 8. And finally trim away all the extra stuff that we don't want here. Okay. So now we've got the two regions to cut. So we'll cut these out. We're going to do a through all cut in both directions. And there we go. And so you can see this connector here is left in place because it's got the correct width or depth. But this connector here has a different depth. So let's draw that connector in. What we'll do is make a center line. And actually we're going to draw another center line that's vertical so we can make this angle from the vertical 11 degrees. And then the distance from this line to the origin is 98. So that locks that into place. Then we will create a little quadrilateral. Make sure that these lines, oops, grab the midpoint accidentally. Let me start over again. Okay, make sure that these are parallel and symmetric, so that way we can set the distance between these to 24. And finally, we can do a mid-plane extrusion of 10 millimeters. Okay, looking pretty good. So let's start with the, we got one more thing to do, which is extrude out these circles a little bit. We've got 40 for these two, and then 20 for this one here. So let's get that done. We'll select this sketch, extrude 40, this circle and this circle, and then select the sketch again, extrude 20, this circle. Okay, so now we can start with the fillets, and we'll start with a strange fillet, this fillet with radius 130. This one is a little bit weird. It's like, where's this fillet going? But it's basically this line to this line. That's what we're filleting right there. And the large radius is because we just want a very shallow fillet. So let's see where that is. We're going to fillet this line here. Let me show from the top view. It's basically because of this tapering off here, and we're trying to make this, rather than being a sharp thing, it's going to be more round here. So 130, and we'll grab this one. See how it's making that nice and smooth? And then this one here. Okay, looking good. All right, and now we can look at, well, we can set this 40 radius fillet. Let's go ahead and get that one out of the way. Right here. Okay. So that one's set. That's kind of an odd one too. And now let's work on the radius 5 fillets. There are a whole bunch of those. So I'm going to select this face and this face, because with those faces, basically every single edge from those two faces is going to have a radius 5 fillet. But not like this face right here is not going to have radius 5 fillets all around. It's going to have a radius 2 fillet along these long lines here. But when you get up and connect to the cylinders, it's going to have a radius 5 fillet. So we're going to have to do a little bit of picky selection. Let me go around to the other side. So here and here. So that's how these two beams merge against this cylinder here. Okay, let's focus now on this one. Okay, and then we've got 1, 2, and there's a third one right behind there, 3. Here we want a fillet as well. These long ones are going to be radius 2, so we can't just select the whole face, unfortunately. Okay, grab that one, and then around to this other side, grab that one. Okay, and then this thing connecting to the cylinder, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then this guy connecting to this cylinder, 1, 2, I'll grab the third one with the X-ray view, 3. And then here, 1, 2, 3, grabbed it. Okay. I think that's all the radius 5 fillets, so I'm going to hit enter. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so now we've got radius 2 fillets all over the place. Where are the radius 2 fillets? So they are somewhere in this picture. Okay, for some reason I'm not finding them now. Oh, here we go. Radius 2 fillets. Those are around all of the cylinders. and they look like they're like lengthwise as well, going down these long bits here. Those look like radius 2 fillets. Okay, so we'll go with fillet, radius 2. Okay, so we'll grab this one, and this one, and then the other sides as well. So those are pretty easy to select. And then we're going to grab these long stretches here and here and along here. Let's make sure we grab everything here. Okay, all the way up to here. Okay, and actually, let's see here. Okay, grab this side, here, here. There are a million of these ones. Okay. All right. It's looking pretty good for that side. And then on this side, let's see, it looks like it's doing a lot of propagation. Okay. I think we're looking pretty good. Although it's not coming up with a preview, so it's probably going to give me an error. Oh, yeah. Common corner is too complex. Try fillet one face edge at a time. Okay. So let's back out and get these guys deselected. Unselected here. Okay. It is looking pretty good for that. All right, and then we'll go in and fillet the circles. It just wasn't liking that for some reason. Okay. I think it did end up filleting these. Oh, because this one was a little bit less, this was only 20 and these were sticking out more. Okay, so I can fillet these guys here. Here and here. And here and here. Okay, good. All right, the filleting is like half the battle here. Okay, so let's work on the hole wizard, which is, in comparison, the easy part. And we have two counter bores here and here. It says M10 and then SHCS. So let's see what that's doing there. So counter bore SHCS, that's socket head cap screw. And this is M10. And for the positions, we're going to start with this face, wake up the center, place one right here. And this one, the center's at the origin, so that's looking good. All right, and so we're good for those holes. And then for the hole here, where's the hole wizard? Right here. We're going to use a countersink and then flat head screw, which is most of this acronym, flat head machine screw. M8 through all. And then for the position, we'll wake up the center of this arc, grab that, I'll just do right click, and that's looking pretty good. Okay, now one thing that I noticed was that it says that the part is symmetric, which I would assume is the symmetry about this axis here, which if the part is symmetric, I would assume that these holes are also drilled on the other side. But when I tried to do that, the volume ended up changing too much. It was too small. So I'm going to show you the volume that I have so far. So I've got 267172.92. So that's the volume that I got. And the answer key volume is 267166.4 cubic millimeters. So again, this is only off by 0.00244% or something around there. And so I feel like, just like the other CSWP practice problems, it's close enough. But again, if you spotted any errors, or maybe if you filleted the part differently and got the answer keys answer, I'd love to know, so please let me know in the comments. But aside from that, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and keep practicing.